Welcome to a session in which we will briefly outline the 5 main strategies entrepreneurs use to grow their business. In the earlier session, we defined growing business means substantially increasing revenues of the business. We also defined the word substantially in this context. To achieve the growth target of increasing revenue by about 15%, an entrepreneur may choose one or more of the 5 strategies. Let's first become familiar with these 5 strategies before we start looking at their complexity. The first strategy involves selling more of existing products to existing customers. In this strategy, the entrepreneur is trying to meet unfulfilled demand for her products and services. The entrepreneur continues to focus on the market where the business is currently located in, but looks for opportunities to sell more of existing products and services to existing customers. This strategy is useful when an entrepreneur has not been encouraging customers to buy enough things from her. Another situation where this strategy makes sense is when the business is not able to produce enough using existing capabilities, even though customers want to buy more. The second strategy involves increasing prices of existing products and services to increase revenues. This strategy makes sense when the existing customers are willing to pay a higher price for the business, products and services. This is the case when the products and services offered by the business are better than competitors but are at lower prices. The next strategy is about finding new customers who will buy existing products and services so that the revenue goes up. Here, the entrepreneur continues to focus on the market where the business is located in, but looks for new customers. This strategy makes sense if the potential customers have not heard about the business's products and services, and hence, when they get to know about them, they will be willing to buy them. In the next strategy, the entrepreneur sells new products and services to existing customers. Here, the focus of the entrepreneur continues to be on the market where the business is located in, but she looks for providing new products and services to existing customers. This strategy makes sense if there are some needs of existing customers which the business has not considered in the past. Hence, the customers are likely to buy those new products and services if these satisfy the overlooked needs. In the fifth and the final strategy, the entrepreneur takes her business to new markets. In this strategy, she sells existing products to new customers. Here, the entrepreneur is looking at expanding into new markets where the customers will obviously be new. This strategy is meaningful when a business is well known in one market and that fact can help it advertise about its products and services effectively in the new market. Another situation where this strategy makes sense is when the business's existing capabilities can be used for achieving even higher economics of scale. These strategies have different complexities. By complexity, we mean how easy or difficult a strategy is to understand, analyze, and more importantly, to implement it. We use 3 parameters to classify these strategies into different complexities. The first parameter is markets. This tells us if the strategy involves staying in the existing market or going to new markets. The second parameter is products and services. This parameter tells us if the strategy involves existing products and services or new products and services. The third and the final parameter that helps us to decide complexity of the strategy is customers. This parameter tells us if the strategy involves existing or new customers. The table here shows parameter values for each strategy. If a strategy deals with all existing parameters, then it is relatively easy to implement. But if a strategy involves at least one new parameter, it is difficult to implement. We can see the relative levels of complexity in this table. S1, S2 and S3 are in the category of lower levels of complexity. But even within this list, S1 is easier than the other two strategies. S2 is about increasing prices, and it is not easy to implement this as S1 because of how competition is likely to respond back. S3 is more difficult than S2 since it requires luring customers away from the competitors, which is not easy. If a strategy involves at least one new parameter, it is usually quite difficult to implement. S4 and S5 are in this category of higher complexity. Out of these two, S5 is much more difficult than S4 since in the new market there are a large number of competitors and potential customers will not know about the business and its products and services. Now that we have a high-level understanding of the 5 strategies to grow a business, in the next session, we will look at the process we will use to understand, analyze and create implementation plan for each of the 5 strategies.